Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it. Who are we?
Tigers.
What?
Tigers.
All right, let's break someone's clavicle on 3. 1, 2, 3. Break someone's clavicle!
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. Don't go away. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone, and by that I mean good Saturday morning. I told J&M this morning, come here, I feel like, if you watch SEC Shorts, I feel like that Vanderbilt guy with the crown on his head sneaking in with the cape. Why do you ask? Because old Tomcat got an 8-point this morning. Yes. Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I am a little bit fired up. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat.
I feel like I'm playing hooky. Usually working or something.
I know, right? Working her ball games. Alongside,
back,
told you, OJ Vassar. I am too. I snuck out. I had credentials for Texas A&M tonight, but I had a good hunting spot. The first time I was able to hunt it in a long time, and I chose that. So, alongside also producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. I was trying to say tailgatetalk.net, but that's another one. Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app. And here he comes scrolling in, fashionably late, with his visor on and his Alabama zip on. Coach Clinton Legg.
Not a deer hunter.
Not a deer hunter. No, he don't get it. He don't get it. This way, it's download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. You can hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-812-1TGT. That's area code 256-812-1848. Our call-in guests come in via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Great. I was looking at guest here, and I said I put "gruh" in front. Making communities great, and the special guest segment is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. You know what I heard coming in, Coach?
So,
lonely is the night, Billy Squire. I'm like,
when you
straight
find
up,
yourself
dog.
alone.
I know, right?
Yes, sir.
And then I turned the corner, and it was shouted out loud. That's more 70s stuff, but yeah, that's more Tim's.
A little bit of
Tim's line there. Did you
loud.
dig on Kiss, Tim?
I like some of their stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Destroyer,
yeah.
It's Destroyer.
Yes, sir.
Best albums ever.
I know, right? It's a good one. So, yeah, we got a great show lined up, everybody. We got our regulars, Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy himself, and we promised to talk some Huntsville Havoc hockey today.
What a game last night.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Cool. We have our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham. I believe I saw photographs of him up. He's at the Navy and Army in Notre
He's
Dame.
at Yankee Stadium. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks a lot, AP.
Yeah, brother. We're looking forward to hearing all about that. And then we'll have retiring coach Chad McGehee from James Clemens. And today, if you don't realize it, this is our annual preview of the Iron Bowl. You know, in years past, today's games would be Louisiana Monroe or who'd y'all play last week?
Mercer.
That would be happening this week, but since the schedules have changed, you know, we're playing Texas. We're playing a game that matters before the Iron Bowl, and you guys have got Oklahoma out at Oklahoma. So yes, it's we'll try to pay attention to the current games today, but this is the pre-Iron Bowl show, and we've got from Auburn. We have repping Andy Fuller, tight end. He was a big name there at Huntsville in the Arena League. And Doug Bell, number 37, class of 92. And for Alabama, Willie Gaston, cornerback from 92 to 94. And Chris Anderson, running back, played at Huntsville High School. He was a Panther in 92 to 94. And in case y'all are curious, we're all still ticked about Mississippi College dropping their football program and changing their name to
Mississippi Christian
University. Now we're not upset about the Christian University part. All right, there's a lot of folks that put a lot of heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears in that football program for them to just up and not even say
you included
goodbye. Exactly. a lot of fuel on the Highway 20.
My cousin called me on the way to Tailgate Talk. He lives in Columbus, Mississippi. He was talking about Mississippi College's best friend's son signed there this year.
Really?
They said Monday they come in. The coach didn't know nothing about it. And
nope.
He said, well, the state of Mississippi's up in the air about that. And I told him, I said, man, I can remember go back 1987 when I was at UNA. I mean, the Mississippi College Choctaws were a huge player in the Gulf South Conference with Jacksonville State and UNA. You know, it's a big deal.
Yep.
It's crazy. They did the same thing with UAB, though.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just trying to send a warning shot out, but changing the name to protect the innocent, I don't like that at all.
Yeah. They say the difference between a college and a university is how many courses you offer. So I don't know.
Went to Mars Hill last night.
Speaking of universities.
Speaking of. Went to Mars Hill. That's a great segue, man. Went up there to watch those guys play, and it was a good game for a minute, but, man, Mars Hill, so well coached, so they don't make no mistakes, get yourselves beat. It was a great game. They won 28-13, but it gets a little bit tougher this week. They got a home game, though, but it's Piedmont. Piedmont beat Fife last night.
All right. Well, I tell you what, let's do. Let's toss it over to producer extraordinaire for
Scores and more.
Well, around these parts, we had basketball going on.
Really?
Yep. Calhoun women lost to Northeast Mississippi 97-93 in 2 overtimes. They're in a tournament up there or over there. Athens boys beat Columbia 53-42. The Lady Golden Eagles also won their game 51-37. East Limestone had a sweep last night over Tanner. The boys won 71-41. The girls 64-13. The JV boys 50-14, and the middle school girls 34-8. So I say a sweep. Those are the only scores that I had. So James Clemens boys defeated Sparkman 70-57, and the West Limestone boys over Elkmont 55-35. Clements bowling team, varsity bowling teams lost to Fairview yesterday.
Clements got bowling?
Clements got bowling.
That's awesome. Y'all got golf yet?
Yeah, we've had that deal.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm impressed, dude.
We play up here at Limestone Bowling
Lanes.
Limestone Lanes. That's awesome, guys. I love
Speaking
y'all.
of the 1980s.
I love y'all.
And then,
those are some good lanes, man.
Where you had to keep your own score.
You had to keep your own score. That's right. Got 2 or 3 throws for free warming up, too.
The state swim and dive meet, James Clemens Jr. Laurel Hunter scored a 350.45 to take second place at the state swim and dive meet yesterday in day 1. So
not bad.
There you go with scores and more. Well, let's see. Let me tell you more. Next week we will be off.
Yes, we will.
We'll have the Best of Tailgate Talk Iron Bowl edition running, so
all right.
You can still hear some of our past visits there. But scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
That's awesome. Sorry, I was looking at pictures.
A deer, a doe, a female deer.
A doe, a deer, female deer. That's not a doe.
I started to say that's got some pointy things coming out of his head.
I would have been happy with a doe. My freezer was about empty, man.
Did you?
I was down to just a couple of packs of.
Speaking of deer hunting weather, did you guys watch the Browns and the Steelers Thursday night?
I saw the picture of the snow falling.
Yeah. Man, first half was like you're watching on TV.
Yeah.
Second half was Green Bay, Wisconsin. It was awful. That's why Steelers lost, I think, you know.
Yeah.
It looked like the Independence Bowl field that year Mississippi State played.
Yeah.
Good Lord, looked bad. Punter. The Steelers have got the game well in hand. It's less than 2 minutes left. They punt. The guy almost misses the football. Punts it 14 yards. Sets old famous Jameis up at midfield. It was 19-18. They went down and scored anyway, so it was awful.
What was he? It's snowing so hard he couldn't see the ball to punt it?
The wind was blowing like crazy.
Yeah.
No excuses. You're a punter. You got one job. You shouldn't miss it.
Hey, the snapper got it from the punter to the snapper to the punter.
Sure did.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt about it. Hey, guys, don't forget next week we got our Thanksgiving basketball tournament. Clements starting early Monday morning in both gyms. We'd like for everybody to come out there and check it out.
Cool.
You guys in Tailgate Talk, I'll let y'all in for nothing.
Would you really?
Absolutely. You and Tim Lambert and my boy Jay Vassar.
Would we even let Todd in?
No.
Todd.
Too short to get in for free.
Todd, you should be here.
Well,
man.
see, I've got my AHSAA pass, so you can just give me free stuff at the concession stand.
Well, we got a hospitality.
I was going to say,
okay.
Don't forget,
Ain't doing that.
Hey, congratulations to Phillip Rivers and his St. Michael's team. They're in the semifinals.
Are they really? Good for them.
And it could work out where they could play West Morgan in the championship game.
Dang.
But they got to play Jackson, who Jackson beat them early in the season. Mm-hmm. And then West Morgan has to play Cherokee County, who beat Brooks last night.
21-14, though.
Yeah. Good game. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun first segment. It feels weird to be back. Good to be back. But I won't have to worry about any more football games for me. What are you laughing at, man?
Just thinking of Todd.
Todd,
Is he not over there?
No.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, gosh, that's terrible, man. It's getting worse and worse.
He's not under the top.
Todd, you got to get here, man. You got to defend yourself, brother.
I love Todd, man.
It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Brooklyn Alberton from Clements High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is James Clemens girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Oh, I'm out of practice, AP. Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. I was fixing to say welcome back to AP Steadham. But AP is our next guest. Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing very well. I'm so glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Now, were those social media posts giving me bad information, or are you at a famous game today in a famous place?
I am. We're at Army versus Notre Dame at Yankee Stadium today, 7 p.m. Click off Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. So, yeah, Army's undefeated. Notre Dame is vying for that college football playoff berth with a 9-1 record. We know that they beat Texas A&M. That's their best victory.
Yeah.
And then Army, they're scheduled to play Tulane in the American Athletic Conference. We're not sure of the site yet. It'll be either play at West Point or New Orleans, side of Tulane.
So does the All-American Conference have an automatic bid in the top 4?
No,
they don't. Okay.
Right. You know, they rate the top 5 champions. The top 5 champions.
Okay.
So that's how that'll come down. So Tulane, Army, if they play well enough, and they could be one of the top 5 conferences. Could be.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. What's how's everything going with the Swami of the SEC? Is it going well for you?
Yeah, going very well. We up here in New York City, went out last night.
New York City.
Enjoyed ourselves, and today the weather's supposed to be about 45, probably slight wind, I would say.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all for November in Manhattan and Bronx.
That's
so
the truth.
It's pretty good.
Me and the wife, we've been binge watching Law and Order. So it's New York City every stinking night in the Casa de McClung till we get through with all of the seasons.
Right,
It's
right. Yeah.
good shows, and I can't stand some of this modern stuff anyway. So we go back and watch the. Don't. Go ahead, Jay.
Right.
You got a thought? Did I mess you up, everybody?
So,
no.
AP, there's a lot of, they talked about this more on game day here in the SEC.
Yes.
Possible trap games today in the SEC. So what's your thinkings on A&M going to Auburn, Alabama going to Oklahoma, Florida going, Ole Miss going to Florida?
Well, Oklahoma's trying to be bowl eligible at 5-5. And they have a decent defense, but the offense has been so slacking. You put all that pressure on the defense, it wears up over time. But they're playing in Norman, Oklahoma. Alabama, we all know that if you give the ball away, are you a superior team where you can overcome those types of situations? So in both games, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas A&M, Auburn, we know Auburn is like 126th in turnover margin, I think, minus 1.1. So if they can curve that situation, and we know that Texas A&M on the road, it was 20-20 tied in Columbia, South Carolina, lost the game 44-20. So we know they've stumbled on the road, and we know the quarterback situation is up and down, roller coaster ride.
Yeah, one of them turnovers Auburn had is the direct link to Oklahoma's fifth win.
Yeah.
So they could be, that one play you're
correct.
staring at a flip-flop of a schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Auburn's defense has played fairly well.
Oh, they've got a lot better since they got the new kids on the block, so to speak, on the field.
Right. So if you have a defense, you're in a ball game.
Yes.
But then you have your quarterback play. Are you giving the ball away? Are you fumbling? Maybe can you block a punt? Can you return a punt? A kickoff? And you can get yourself good field position, or maybe something happens where you're on the other side of the 50 and it's short field, and you muster up enough offense to put the ball in the end zone. Field goals, we don't even want to discuss those unless we're talking about the award or something. But no, we don't want to discuss field goals in these types of games. You want to get touchdowns, but to put the pressure, and it is on these other teams. It's on Alabama and Texas A&M.
Right.
And now the kid that's the walk-on kicker, he played at Madison Academy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ian Vachon.
Ian Vachon had played at Birmingham Southern with
is that Mad Dog's grandson?
That sure is.
Mad Dog Vachon.
Who's that?
Wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler. Sorry. Yeah. He played with Ben White.
Okay.
Went to Birmingham Southern and played from Clemens. So Ian played with him. I got a funny story if y'all got time. Just a second. I was down there.
Waiting.
AP, I'd done everything I could. I'm going to preface it with that. I'm down there, and it's pregame, and Ian is warming up, right? And outside of 35 yards, the kid wasn't that accurate, so I wasn't really excited about it. So, but I'm standing there watching, and then he kicks the ball, and it's hooking. And there's this Asian young lady standing in front of me, and it's hooking, and it's coming straight at us. And I'm like, heads up, honey, heads up, heads up, heads up. Boom! Right in the head. And I couldn't reach around her because I looked like I'd taken, doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And man, it was a perfect shot because the ball had done started spinning flat, and it ponked her right in the noodle, man. And she started crying, and I was like, "I'm sorry. Is there anything I can?" And she took off. I looked at the guy standing next to me. I said heads up about 3 times. I done everything I do except grab her and push her out of the way. So, anyways, it wasn't funny to her, but to me it was.
What's her name?
I don't know what her name was.
Oh, I was going to say, was her name Marsha?
But kind of back to what we were talking. You're right. Inside 35 yards, Ian's pretty good. But Auburn picked something that the defense is about all that's really gone well for Auburn this year. But you were mentioning special teams, and I can say this because both Alabama and Auburn lost to this particular team. But Vanderbilt's punter is an unsung hero on that team. I seen that sucker when Vandy had the ball at the 30-yard line. He flipped the field, and Auburn started inside their 10. That guy is good, really good, and it makes. that was part of the thing with Auburn. You have to start 3 or 4 drives inside your own 10 due to the punter. No excuses, but still, it makes a difference.
That was Coach Bryant. That was his famous saying. We would be watching we would be listening and watching it and hearing everything he said, and they'd be playing some big opponent with an outstanding quarterback or running back or wide receiver, and we're waiting for him. What is he going to say about stopping those great offensive people? And he always said, well, it starts with the kicking game. He would say that every week, and we'd say, oh, come on, Coach. And then when he left, and Alabama couldn't make an extra point, he said, my man was right.
Yep.
Starts with the kicking game. Sure does.
So AP Jackson Dart gets back one of his weapons this week in Harris, the receiver.
Yes.
If Ole Miss can play like they did against Georgia, they're going to be tough to beat down the stretch, especially through the playoffs.
Yeah, they will. They have the length and the size now on the defensive side. That's what I'm looking at, because we all know that Lane Kiffin usually has some offense most of the time. I say most of the time, not all the time, most of the time. Then Trey Harris comes back, one of the better receivers, big receiver. Jackson Dart's having a good year. But if they can not falter down the stretch, I mean, they can be in the playoffs. And this is, we all said, I mean, I did anyway, before the season, this is Lane Kiffin's year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you have the quarterback there for 3 years. You have all those receivers, running backs are very good. SEC high-level players. And defensively, they had the length and the size now to put up a fight on that side of the ball. Yep. But they stumbled. We saw them. Kentucky, 1 win in the conference against Ole Miss at Oxford. I mean, that's not supposed to happen for championship-type teams. Yeah, they're going to stumble, a championship-type team. But not against a team that hadn't won a game in the conference. But this is the new wave of college football with the rosters overturning every year.
Every year, yeah. That is true. There's rumors that Deuce is looking at Ole Miss. I think Lane's trolling. Right. I think Deuce is in the he's in the bag at Auburn.
With this whole stuff with Bryce Underwood,
but
you never know
right now.
$12 million.
Yeah.
No. This is the scenario that I always envisioned. The quarterback, the highly recruited quarterback, he has 5 phones, and he's talking to every team at the same time. Okay, now what was your last offer?
Exactly.
I'm ready to sign here in the next 5 minutes. I want your best offer because the ink is ready to take it. Use my pen and make that signature on the letter of intent or whatever contract we need to sign here. And he's got 5 phones all at once, listening to what is your final offer?
So what they said
that's what I envisioned.
They said they were going to pay it out in 4 years. So are they saying you got to stay 4 years to get this $3 million?
Yeah, that's what I would do if I'm putting that kind of money to a kid. He's signing a contract or something.
Yeah, this is a buyer beware situation. All these grown-ups, I hear some complaints, even some coaches. Well, he left and he didn't fulfill the contract. I'm saying, this is your first time you ever been involved in a contract? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're trying to put it on the student, that you were hoodwinked by a student?
Exactly. Yeah.
Really? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You're complaining and whining about it? You sign an agreement. Hey, man, if you leave in December, the payments quit.
Exactly. That's got to be in writing, and
Yeah. Now, some team will say, "Hey, we're going to guarantee you the second year, just like they do if they cut you. Maybe we're going to have guaranteed money." Now, that's the discrepancy that's among the schools, because this is the Wild West still.
Yes.
So if that's what you want to do, that's between you and your donors and those people that are willing to sacrifice the money, even though the quarterback, for instance, will not be there the second year. I mean, all kind of things have happened, right? We've seen in the Pro Bowl when they had to put stipulations on teams because there were general managers that were crazy. They would be giving away first-round draft choices year after year, and the team was in a bad situation, so they had to curtail everything.
Yeah.
That's what happens in pro sports, and this is pro sports.
It is. It has turned into, it's no longer amateur sports. It is pro sports.
Yeah. So, people whine about a student athlete getting over on you, 18 years old. He got over on you, really? You're going to put that out in public?
Exactly.
I don't believe I would say that.
Yeah.
Well, tell everybody how we can find you, AP, and what's going on, and we'll let you get back to New York City, brother.
Yeah, you can check all my social media platforms at AP Steadham and at AP As We See It. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X account, and every game. We'll have some interviews tonight after this game, maybe before the game. We got some interesting people we're going to try to talk to for the Army Notre Dame game. And, the SEC has been a lot of fun this year. But, check us out on all those platforms, Spotify as well.
That sounds good, bud. Safe travels, man.
Take care,
Always
bro.
good talking to you.
Stay warm.
Okay. Oh, I sure will. Every day.
Every day.
Thank you now.
Thank you, brother.
Right, bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham. We're so glad to be able. I'm so glad to be able. I've missed everybody.
Yeah.
It's good to talk to y'all again. Hey, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
A.P. Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard weekly on the A.P. and Kelly As We See It podcast on Anchor and Spotify. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus, PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hello, this is Calvin Smith, former world record holder in the 100 meters, 1984 and 88 Olympian, and former Alabama track athlete. And you're listening to Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. 10:32 on a Saturday morning, and I should have mentioned this about A.P. Steadham, man. They called on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. We have we can say former coach. He's retiring now of the James Clemens Jets, Coach Chad McGehee on the line. Coach, it's been too dang long, man. So you got to quit. You got to retire before you come back on the show. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I guess so. Having former coaches on here now. So.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all with that.
Stories out of retired coach we can as active.
Say what now?
We can get more stories out of retired.
Oh, absolutely. Because you can say more because you're not worried about.
I can say whatever I want
to. He talked about that bad officiating in that Central Phoenix City game.
We can talk about that or the kids or whatever you want to or the parents. So.
Man.
I've been those parents, so I'm going to take it easy on them.
Yeah, okay.
I've been there, bought the T-shirt, apologized to their former coach for being a parent.
Guy.
Yeah, oh gosh, that was awful. I'm so sorry to my people. My people and my friends.
Oh,
my wife will tell you I'm a much kinder, gentler Auburn fan even these days. It's funny how life goes. It makes you look at the more important things. So.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, it's just I'm sure it's tough being an Auburn fan these days.
This year has been difficult, that's for darn sure.
Yeah.
Coach, tough decision or one that you've been thinking about or just how was it?
I think the biggest thing is obviously really tough. I started in 1999, and like I told the kids, though, I said it even started before then. When I was 12 years old, and the first time I played, and just fell in love with it, and I have played year in and year out since the age of 12, and then obviously, went to the University of Alabama, walked on, played there. It's 5 years of college. So you have an unbelievable experience, but not the normal college life. And then you go right into coaching there in 1999, and you've kind of been held captive for 36 years of that calendar and that schedule. And, over the years, you've missed kids' events, and you've missed weddings and funerals and reunions and some of those things. And I don't regret any of it. It's just that there's just no freedom to do some of the other things in life. And, and that there's a myriad of factors. I got my parents, they're aging, need some help. It gets harder, I think, in the last 7 or 8 years. There's a lot of things that have evolved, and parents one of them, for you guys that were parents. But there's a myriad of things, and my wife and I have discussed it, and just we were kind of on a yearly contract, and I just said enjoy the ride. It could be this year, it could be 5 years from now, and I just felt like this seeing this pass through, and being where we are, we got a great life up here, quality of life to stay in my life. My wife really loves her job, and so a lot of factors, and just I think the hardest thing is just pulling the Band-Aid off, and it was really surreal. Like it's almost like I can't believe I'm doing this, and you feel like, man, am I disappointing these people, and am I disappointing the staff? And those are the hardest thing. And the staff that was the biggest obstacle. I'm like, man, these guys are going to be scrambling, and now they're going to have to find a job, and they're going to have to go do these things, and man, and that makes it really, really hard. And so, lot of different mixed emotions and feelings, but some of the other things is I would love to go to Tuscaloosa and visit my son for the weekend, but be fully available, be there, mentally, where when we go down there, I'm thinking about Sunday, and I'm thinking about Phoenix City, and I'm thinking about the preparation for Sparkman or Bob Jones, and getting my team prepared, but not just the end season. I'm thinking about Monday, I got this, and Tuesday I got this, and Wednesday, because when you run a large program, there's a lot of moving parts, and you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, so you're not there fully at the dinner table with your family. And I get accused of not listening to my wife a lot, and she's.
Well, that's not going to change just because you retired from coaching, right?
And she's right, because that might not, but I won't be seething over a kid's behavior or a parent or a problem.
Right.
I think the best. If you guys watched Nick Saban talking with Kirk Herbstreit a few weeks ago about. I don't know if you saw it. Did y'all see it where he said this, staying involved in College Game Day is great for him because it keeps him involved. But he talked about you see life through a straw when you're coaching, because you're always worried about your team and preparing your team and problem solving and doing all these things. And I'm like, so spot on. If you guys haven't seen it, it's unbelievable. So,
and he was so locked in. His new office is in the South Zone. He didn't even know what Rammer Jammers was. He didn't know that was there. That was how locked in he was for this school and this team.
What is Rammer Jammers? I know the cheer.
It's a restaurant.
Oh, a restaurant. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Chad's probably been there a few times.
Yeah, we went a few weeks. we went a few weeks ago for the Missouri game, and I roll in there at 10:15 thinking I'm gonna get breakfast, and they're like, "No, we're not serving breakfast anymore."
Oh man,
I didn't want a hamburger at 10:15.
Oh, they're good, man. I like them at 10:15. I like them for breakfast, but
I wanted some breakfast. So
you want some bacon, some eggs.
Yeah.
Chad, Coach, this is clean. I mean, you know, I've never done drugs. I've never done stuff like that. But, man, I'm addicted to stuff like watching football. Man, I could watch it. I don't want to watch nothing else. I don't want to do nothing else. And I've tried to live. I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper, red velvet cake, hot wings, and
Full
pizza.
moon barbecue.
Full moon barbecue. Sorry, Coach. I digress. But here's the deal, Coach. I thought that being an assistant principal, that being a principal would kind of let me take a back seat and want to do something else. But, Coach, I've never been doing nothing in my life that was as addictive that I miss any more than what you just said that you're getting out of. I think, guys, I'm going to predict this. Coach McGee's talking. It's legit, and I agree with what he says. But I also agree within 3 years, Coach McGehee will miss this more than anything in this world. He'll be back
I
in
have
somewhere.
no doubts.
Coach, that's my prediction for you, dude. Sorry, man. You cuss me anytime you want to. But I think that's it.
Are y'all recording this? Put this one up in the archives, and when you call me back. I would never say never, but I think at this time, right now, like this is an opportunity for me to go do some other experiences, and then if we do miss it, man, we might. I don't know. You never
Coach,
say never.
Coach, here's the deal. Here, you know, I think the 7A, 6A programs are a lot better down south because of these reasons. You don't have to do a lot. I mean, you head football coach I'm sure Patrick Nix don't do nothing but football. And until we figure that out, until we let our coaches be a coach and understand that that's what's important, we're never going to catch up with that. Same.
True.
You can say that now, Coach. You're retired, man. Say it.
I still got to teach. I still have to. I'll be in the classroom. So, but that's the vibe I got from Coach Nix, that he was a football coach primarily. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you talk about him missing it here in 2 or 3 years, I mean, I found out off the air talking to him, getting him on the phone, that his wife hadn't wasted any time in getting him busy.
Oh, I bet.
You know.
So
guys, this is she's coming up like I got a full-time handyman now at the house. Got a full list, and said she's going to come. But we woke up this morning, the first Saturday post-football era, no responsibilities, and I'm not going into the office this morning. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to get up and have coffee with you. And she's like, well, I kind of enjoyed my quiet time.
So she's trying to get you out of her way.
Well, I can make that happen by joining the golf course.
Or he could have come up here.
I was going to ask you about that golf course thing, Coach. Now you'll have, your spring and your summer to play golf if you want.
Now you guys know why I told me to be coaching again.
I'm 10 minutes for Southern Gales. I think I'm going to sharpen my golf game, and I'm doing a trial run for Thanksgiving on the smoker today, and just kind of relax.
Look at you go! What are you smoking?
Have a good time. So,
what are you smoking?
I'm gonna smoke a turkey and a ham today. Just give me prepare for Thursday when the whole family rolls in. So
I got you. Let me drop a little quick secret for you here. You go over here to the what we used to call the Pig, the hometown on 31.
Yeah.
Get you some of those pork loins. They're about $12, and you get 2 of them.
Okay.
And smoke that thing to about 145, 150 degrees internal temperature. Put your dry rub on it, whatever you use. Everybody's got their own dry rub. But don't let it get above 150 internal temperature. Take it off, wrap it, and let it sit for 30 minutes, and you can thank me later, brother. That's all I got to say. It's the easiest, best tasting smoke you'll ever do.
All right. Well, that gives me something to do tomorrow. So.
And it don't take long. It don't take long
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
So what?
All right. I definitely will do it.
What years were you at Alabama?
Okay, so I graduated Southside High School in Gadsden in 94. I signed at Sanford my freshman year. So I went to Sanford in the fall of 95. Left and went to Alabama in 96 through we got beat by Virginia Tech in the Music City Bowl in 1999.
Oh, yeah.
So it was 96 through 99 for those 4 years. So I had 2 years with Coach Stallings and 2 years with Coach Dubose.
Okay. Well, this is our week early Iron Bowl show. So,
okay,
what have you got? What's a memory from an Iron Bowl that you can?
Oh my gosh. So I was there when Bruce Arians was the offensive coordinator. Do y'all remember that?
Oh yeah.
And the first game in Jordan-Hare, and I'm gonna tell you what, I've played in Tennessee and LSU at night, but Jordan-Hare is a different kind of loud during the Iron Bowl. I think the seating's more up on top of you. Crazy electric environment, and I mean, we've got the game won. All we got to do is run it and run the clock out. I'm like, we're about to win the Iron Bowl here at Auburn. And we threw the swing pass. I don't know if y'all remember that.
We were talking about that just a little while ago.
It's this.
Yeah, I didn't want to throw Ed under the bus there, but and obviously we fumbled, and I mean, linebacker made a great play. Probably not the best call. Bruce Arians got fired the next day. And
he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So, just man, that's what I told the kids. I go, as much as football's taken away, it's given to me too, as far as a lot of great experiences and that different venues, playing at LSU and Mississippi State, doing those things, getting to go down to Auburn and playing I think the last Iron Bowl at Legion Field and 99 there and winning that was a great memory. And but my best friend in the world is John David Phillips, and he and I kept talk every week and got to watch his son Cade Phillips play at Tennessee last night in basketball. Played really well too. They kind of destroyed Baylor, and so just those relationships are lifelong, and it's just been a good.
Are we still connected?
Are you there?
There you are.
Are you there? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hit the mute button. Sorry.
Oh, well, that makes sense. As long as it wasn't, we know what it was.
Is that Coach McGee's wife chewing him about not doing nothing?
Exactly. She come in raising heck. He had to put that mute button
hurry
real
up
fast.
and get that broom in my hand.
I'm going to change that 3 years, guys, to 1.
Oh, okay. You're going to go from 3 to 1.
Keeps us up 1 year, Coach, back out.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll also throw this out there to you, Coach. If you ever need a golf partner, holler at me. I'll be glad. I love playing it. Or Jay's a good golfer now. Jay's a real good golfer. I'm a hacker.
I'm not good, but I hadn't had time to practice, so I'm going to get good.
There you go. That's right. So. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us, man. We appreciate it and wish you the best. And
congratulations on a great career, man.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, and thank you for all that you guys do.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Yeah, Coach.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, retired head coach of the James Clemens Jets, Coach Chad McGehee. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Garrett Ritter of East Limestone, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and make your nominations and vote on the poll each week. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, the Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is Joel Schrank of Upmont High School. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, the freaks come out on Saturday morning. Welcome, Freak Daddy Coleman on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. Hey, brother, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. How are y'all?
No, we doing good, dude. We doing real good.
You gave me a tough act to follow with Coach McGehee there. You know, I was getting a little choked up. I was like, man, I don't know what to do here.
Well, let's talk some hockey first.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I had a big game last night.
What Jay said.
They were losing 2-1. Maybe one questionable goal that maybe shouldn't have happened, but they were down 2-1. Then came back and tied it up and had a really strong third period and got a goal pretty late in the period to put them up and finished them off. And was just a good night of hockey at the VBC and good crowd, and it was a Grateful Dead night. So
cool.
That was kind of weird. There was a lot of people that I think I made mad because I went up to him and said that we're not having a Jerry Garcia contest. And the guy goes, just because I have a beard doesn't mean that I'm like Jerry Garcia. but it was a good night, and they're tied now for first place. But I think probably that'll, unless Macon upsets Fayetteville tonight, that will be short-lived at least for one day, but got some time off. They'll play Pensacola on Wednesday in Pensacola, so that's going to be a little bit tough of a drive to go down to Pensacola and come back and then play Birmingham back-to-back on Thanksgiving Day and then the game on Friday night.
And Clay, it's the first time I ever seen, a minute maybe and a half gone in the first period. Two guys get tangled up and they fall to the ice. No pushing, no shoving, no throwing fists, and both guys get called for roughing. And then the referees talk it over. Weird. The referees talk it over for 2 minutes, and the penalty would have been over with. Then they served the 2 minute penalty.
No, yeah, that was. That's the one thing when you're, and everybody gets mad at it, but it's the same. It's the training ground, right, for some of these guys. So nobody's perfect, but these officials sometimes are the ones that they're working their way up to find out if they can cut it the next level, and sometimes we take the brunt of that lack of knowledge on some things. So last night, there was a couple things. And there was a goal last night that we had. We probably should have been up by 2.
Yeah.
And it was funny. The main guy, the referee, was behind the goal, and then it goes through, and he jumps up on the goal, and I don't even know why he jumped up on the goal. And the puck goes in, and I'm like, okay, you have to see it because you're on top of the goal. Like you're
best view of the house, right?
Person can see it, right? Yeah. So that was an odd one too. And I tell you what, when you have 6,200 people yelling "Ref, you suck" really, really loud, it's kind of a cool thing.
They'll go home, hear that in their sleep.
Hey, I tell you what, I really love his team, man. Young guys, they're fast, they play hard, and starting out the first period last night, it seemed like they were kind of out of sync because Roanoke played well. They got first 2 goals there in no time. But the guys, once they got that first goal, it seemed like it come natural, and they got 2 more, at the end to close it out, 3-2. So
they've gelled pretty quick. Of the the 19 guys, 18 guys that they get to play with on the roster, 13 of those are still have played together with the Havoc. So it's kind of, to me, it's almost the similar that you see in college basketball or even now starting with college football. If you have a good base of returners and then you sprinkle in newer pieces, it becomes a little bit easier to manage. So I think that's kind of what they've got. They kind of held with a core knit group that stayed back from last year and then just added in some pieces like, Dominic Procopio's brother and a couple guys that have come in to really kind of add a new spark to them. So, yeah, my goal is, I told Stu last night, I was like, can you lose a couple, just to, so we don't get these other teams call these boys up, because I see that's the thing that'll happen. We'll get call-ups and it'll start, change things.
So is the light shows that in every game? That's pretty cool.
That isn't. Yeah, they have done, I call it Big Brother. I guess maybe I really feel like I'm turning the corner where anything that gets into my cell phone, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got the tinfoil on my head and you're going to take my bank card number and everything. But
stay off of Twitter, man. Stay off of Twitter.
Oh, I know. Well,
it's everywhere there.
Tom, you haven't seen this, so it's really easy too, and I don't know how they do it. I hadn't even gone into the booth to see how they do it. So when they start off the game, I'll introduce, and they got me kind of doing like a pregame hype before it starts. But I'm telling the fans to go to the Huntsville Havoc app, and it's literally one button that they push, and it syncs their phone, the light feature on their phone. It syncs with the music.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
Your light turns on, and when they start hitting stuff and big bass drops hit or lightning strikes, every phone that's connected is part of the show. It's really cool. And then later on in the night, they have a fan cam, and you do the same thing. Well, you actually scan a QR code for that, and as soon as you scan the QR code, it pulls up and it connects your phone to your video.
Oh, no.
And no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it hadn't, and at least they get to preview it, because I'm thinking there could be some videos that could go pretty bad pretty quick if they don't catch it,
You think?
It would be the new meaning of the flash cam for sure. But it, like I said, it just sinks in, and they have a panel, and they go around and you're on. It's brilliant, because you think of a cameraman, you try to get as many people as you can, but you can't always do it. Well, now it's on your phone, and it's a pretty cool feature. I mean, they've really, I give it to the Havoc staff. I mean, they're not stopping with their innovation and their chances to make the experience good and things like that. So yeah, I've been impressed. I'm like, man, all right, y'all are gonna pass this old guy by.
And the new boards are awesome too.
Yes, except this is a statement of Clay Coleman, not of the Havoc or the Von Braun Center, but it's such a huge board, and they got to put sponsors on the sides. It almost makes it the same size as the original board. I'm like, come on, man! Do something, spend a little extra money, and put the sponsors on the outside. We need this big, huge. We need the Jerry board like they have in Dallas.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. I mean, it's really, the experience is still kicking on, and like I said, it's just a testament of sellouts nonstop, and just the fan experience. It just continues to grow and grow.
Real quick, do you know how much they raised last night in the auction?
I don't.
Okay.
I have not heard. I left early. I had a long day yesterday, so when my jersey was done, my jersey went for $1,000. So it was like it had to have been a pretty decent jersey. I'm going to start a Freak Daddy clothing line, because I'm missing out on some funds. But if people want to buy Freak Daddy stuff, I'll sell it way cheaper than that.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Well, hey, man, thanks a lot. We appreciate it, and we will talk to you. Not next week, because we're off the next week, but week after.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And
too, brother.
I got something real quick before you go.
Okay.
I was talking to my wife, Chastity, who I call Freak Mama.
Yeah.
And I talked about doing something different for Thanksgiving this year. I want to cook alligator.
Yeah.
There you go.
And she looked at me, and I said, well, dang it, we can't, because we only have a crock pot.
But don't crash. That's good.
Anyway, I'll leave y'all with that dad joke. There you go.
Thanks, man.
All right, see y'all.
We'll see you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Thanksgiving award for the worst. What you gonna say? Thanksgiving award for the worst Worst joke goes to Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy. It's time to say he's called us from the First National Bank hotline, making communities great and telling bad jokes.
Time to take a break, huh?
Time to take a break after that. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Gabriel Bonville and Rachel Arnold, this week's Howl with the Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your name. You may be our next winner. Tailgate Talk will be right back. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
What is community? I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, and I am alone from Tanner High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
He's got a push. Back up three. And he got it! Three-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
This is Shay McGowan from Mental Edge Performance. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Man, over the talk trash. Hey, there we go. That's the way I like to bring everybody in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. This is the Iron Bowl segment of the best of, not the best of, but our pre-Iron Bowl show. And this, since you guys are first here, all of our special guests are going to be sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Now, y'all don't know how special you are because that's where my wife works, dudes. So we got it going. We got it going on.
All right.
Yeah, Willie Gaston played for Alabama, cornerback 92 through 94. Andy Fuller, number 82, War Eagle Andy Fuller, Auburn Tigers, class of 95. Gentlemen, do y'all got any more trash talk you want to just get? Yeah, we'll just let y'all take the show, rock and roll. If you want.
Nah, he ran. Go ahead.
I was saying, man, Willie, my guy, man. You know, after playing, we both played in college, man. We ended up playing together in Mobile for the Mobile Admirals, man. We became even closer then. We won a championship together.
Awesome.
There in Mobile, man. But there was a lot of Auburn and Alabama players playing together, man, and brought the championship back to Mobile, so to Willie's hometown. So, man, it was a great honor, man, to have a chance to play with a lot of those guys instead of playing against them. This time we was actually play together, man. But I love me some Willie Gaston, though.
Yeah, man, that's my boy. Even though he ran over in the Iron Bowl, they talk trash after him.
That's what I was going to.
Okay with that. We gonna let that go.
We didn't get all of that whole story, Willie. You got to share, maybe Andy, since you've done the running over and the trash talking, share what actually happened on that particular play.
Well, you know, of course, that game they jumped out on us, man. Willie and them, man. They jumped out on us 21-0 before the bands even got set down, and we just started out. We just started out slow, man. They hit us with some big plays, and we finally was able to start settling down and start getting into our game plan. And I think we was trying to come back then to get it to 21-14 or something, I believe. But it hit me on a little tight end. We just called it a little wide screen. And I didn't even know it was my boy Willie. I just know it was a different jersey, and I was just trying to make a play. And then Willie said I got up talking junk, but it was just the heat of the battle.
But you got to remember, a lot of it came from we had that whole week of war words. All week. Right. We had a war words, and I remember the play because it was 3rd down. And I think it was like 3rd and about 5. It was 3rd and 5. Y'all was inside our 40-yard line. And to me, it was like a tight end delay.
Yeah.
All the motion went away from you. Then blocked down. Then you came out into the flats. I was the only one that saw it. So he catches the ball and had like about a 15-yard running start.
Ooh, dude.
And for some reason in my mind, I said, he going to try to shake me, so I'm going to break down. Yeah. I broke down, all right. They had to come get me.
Oh, man.
And I watched the replay. We watched the replay after the game, and ain't nothing like hearing what's his name? Commentator, Keith Jackson?
Keith Jackson, yeah.
He may have been there.
Keith Jackson said, "Whoa, Nelly," and Andy Fuller just trucked Willie Gaston.
Oh my God!
And he's still down. I was like, okay. I said, that's not the way I wanted to be introduced to the world, but
well, I mean, whatever it was, for whatever reason, was Coach Bowden still there? Andy. Because he called a load of tight end delays, man. You guys eat Florida up with them tight end delays.
Yeah, Coach Bowden was still there. That was his second year. You know, we was coming off the 11-0.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we had just, our mindset going into the game is, hey man, maybe if we can, pull this victory off, maybe we could get considered for part of the national championship. Since we still couldn't go nowhere, but we had just tied Georgia the week before.
Yep.
So we knew we were gonna have to win this game to, have an opportunity to do that. So, so we just came in with a good game plan of, running Steve Davis and, hitting us, the short passing game. Just take what they give us. Told Pat Nix, just to take what they give us, and we just started slow on both sides of the ball. Then we finally got into our rhythm. But you can't give a good team like Alabama 21-0 start. I mean, I don't care how good you are.
Yeah.
You give any team 21-0, especially them, it's gonna be hard to come back. But I mean, the game came down to a 4th down play to Frank Sanders with short. But
4th and 3.
Yeah. Just about who comes out and play the hardest. And, that's what we looked. I mean, that's what the opportunities I had when I was there for the 4 years. It never was a blowout in any 4 of the games I played in.
No, I mean, the difference between the players and the fans were, even though in the game we competed, we all had a mutual respect for each other. We might trash talk and everything, but the game was the game. Once the game was over with, whether you were hurt, whether you were happy, I mean, it was over.
Yeah.
Right.
And we just had a mutual respect for each other.
Right, because I knew one year when I was at Auburn, we played in Birmingham. I went back to Tuscaloosa and hung out after the Iron Bowl. So I went back from Birmingham because we were finished for the year. I mean, we didn't have anything else to do since we was on probation. So I went back to Tuscaloosa and just hung out. I mean, I think a lot of people think the players dislike each other, but it's just.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen reports of players that they get along. They're best friends before they go. They're best friends after, and but during the game they're playing hard and talk a little smack. But it's different on the fan level. That you can take it to that extra edge, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, we get that opportunity that everybody else don't get to do, and then when careers was over with, we had an opportunity. Like Andy said, we played down in Mobile together, and our team, we had an awesome team.
Right.
I'm talking about awesome. When you running through a league and the president of the league want to tell everybody, if y'all beat the Mobile team, y'all get a bonus.
No, the president put a bounty on you? Man, that's...
Yes, they did.
I mean,
they did it.
You look at it, man, we had, from Alabama, we had Willie Gaston, Damian Jeffries, Sherman Williams.
Dang.
Kevin Lee, Roosevelt Patterson. I mean, then from Auburn, had myself, Willie Gaucher. Who else we had? We had one more from Auburn. Then you look at we had pretty much everybody from the SEC. Jack Jackson played our receiver.
That sucker could fly. Play for Florida?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I watch you guys.
And then you take Florida State. You add in for Florida State, bro. Tiger, McMillan. I mean, we were loaded.
Yeah.
When I say we were loaded, we were loaded.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Coach Bowden.
We even brought in somebody from Utah.
Yeah, running back from Utah.
We had a running back from Utah and a safety from Utah named Kalani. I mean,
yes, sir.
We were loaded. Man, we brought a little. Kalani was Samoan. And he brought in, we took some of his heritage and added it to the team because we wore what they call lavas.
Yeah.
Which is Samoan, I guess you would say a Samoan wrap.
Right.
Okay.
And we wore, the whole team wore those.
Did y'all do that where you slap and you grab your legs and you stomp?
No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that, boy. He didn't teach us that.
He didn't teach us that. Yeah.
But I mean that year of playing spring football was awesome. That was a great time we had.
That's good. Anybody else? I'm doing all the talking, guys. Take a break. Hey, I tell you what we're gonna do, gentlemen. Y'all stay where you are, and we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back and keep this conversation going. So,
all right,
y'all hang loose. Everybody else, hang loose. We got to pay some bills. Y'all hang around. Listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We will be right back.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Bring a little caffeination inspiration to your next event with Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens. Turn up the heat in these cooler months with their signature products, including a full coffee menu, white chocolate mocha, lattes, frappes, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. Travelin' Tom serves events of any size, concerts, neighborhood block parties, high school football games, you name it. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens is sure to make any event a little sweeter. Visit Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens on Facebook or call them at 434-1734. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens.
Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, this is Charles Morrison, varsity baseball coach with Lindsay Lane Christian Academy, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Our special guest segment here is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing, and we've got Andy Fuller, formerly of the Auburn Tigers, and Willie Gaston, formerly of the Alabama Crimson Tide, on our special Iron Bowl preview. This is an annual Iron Bowl preview. We've done it for the last, I don't know, however many years I've been around, we've always done it. So we take next weekend off, so we do the Iron Bowl preview and get some of Alabama and Auburn's greats, and we've got two of them right here with Andy and Willie. Gentlemen, y'all think of any more stories y'all could tell?
Well, I know for me one of the big ones is, probably the 93 Iron Bowl, just because we were on probation and couldn't be on TV, just the atmosphere of coming around that, leading up to it, and then just being part of that game, win, lose, or draw. It's just, how everybody was figuring out. I came, and Willie could correct me, but I think Alabama had a place where they could watch the game. I don't know if it was in the stadium or somewhere.
It was in the stadium,
I know it.
They did.
Right.
They did.
Yeah, so I mean, how many rivalries can say they had to do that for a game to where they, filled up a stadium with no game being played in the stadium, but it was showing it on the screen. So I guess just being part of, say you can be part of that, that history and legacy of the Iron Bowl in general. That's why you come to Auburn, Alabama, to play in games like that where, one, it wasn't on TV, but there's probably 200,000 people in Auburn in the stadium. And then outside the stadium, it was unreal doing Tiger Walk that day.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere, Andy.
That was the second year. Yeah. That was the second time Alabama's ever played at Jordan Hare.
Yeah, and I think I read where it was 47,000 people was in Bryant-Denny that game to watch the game, to watch the video of the game.
Right. So who can say that? What rivalry can say? They've been able to do that. On a set. On a Saturday. I know that's kind of hard for fans. Hey, ain't no game on the field. But hey, we're gonna go to the stadium and watch it on the on the screen. So that speaks a lot because leading up to that game for us, we did something we normally didn't do. We normally stayed in our dorm at Sewell Hall. We ended up going to Columbus the night before that game.
Wow!
Just to get away, just because we knew how crazy it was going to be, in town, and our dorm was right there by the stadium. So yeah, we ended up going to Columbus. They told us, hey, just grab your toothbrush. That's all you need. Hey, just bring your toothbrush. As long as you have your toothbrush, hey, let's go. Then we'll be back early that morning. We just want y'all to get a good night's sleep. I think we left late that evening, so we can just get there. And I only think we did team meetings. We did all our meetings before we left, and just so we can take it, lay down and rest.
My memory from that game, a lot of people's favorite memory would have had to been next to Sanders. But my favorite...
A lot of people, not everybody.
Yeah, not everybody. My favorite, and I'm an Albie. Okay, I'm an Albie. My favorite was after James Bostic's run up the middle, quote unquote, kind of Tony Richardson met him in the end zone without his helmet on and headbutted him. I'm wondering, man, how do you do that without? And I think Bostic you figure, Tony not having his helmet on would have been the one that got hurt. But I think James is the one that ended up getting our worst end of that deal.
Oh yeah, Tony was one of our great leaders. Him and Wayne Gandy was on that.
Yes.
Was on there. We all three was on the field at the same time, but Tony lost his helmet somewhere. I don't know if he just threw it off after he scored, but he was one of the lead blockers on that. So
should have been a penalty.
Should have been a penalty.
But Tony was that's the type of leader Tony was, and he ended up playing, I guess, 15 years in the NFL.
A lot of years.
Saw him last year at one of our reunion games, and he's still working with the NFL with the Jets. So yeah, I mean that was a great play by James Bucket. It was actually fourth down. It was fourth down.
Really, I didn't remember that.
I think it was 3rd and 1 or something.
It was 3rd and 7.
See, Willie,
it was
Willie
3rd.
Good memory.
I can tell you why, because I can tell you why. Because our defense coordinator and head coach panicked, and they panicked and went to a goal line defense.
Yep.
On y'all end of the field. Correct. And during that time, the call was Rebel, which Rebel, everybody takes an outside gap, and the linebackers step up into the A gap. Yep. Problem you had was everybody went outside. They let everybody go outside and block down inside. Yep. And the middle was wide open.
Yep.
Because I remember when they called the play, I was walking off the field going, here goes 6 right here.
You knew it was going to score before they handed it off, huh?
Yeah, because all day in that game, Auburn had sort of like a toss sweep motion, but the running back would catch the toss sweep and run straight up the middle.
Okay.
Yep.
Straight up the middle. So you going to call a defense that opens up the middle. And I'll never forget when Shannon Brown ran on the field. And he went, Willie, out. I said, everybody in the huddle went, what? He was like, Willie, you out. I said, man, no.
Because if Willie remember, it was only one man, and Tony Richardson cut that guy in the hole, and then that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
It was one guy, because everybody else had went outside, because I was the tight end. Wayne Gandy was the right tackle with me. We blocked it like toss. They sell the toss aspect, but James Boston knew he was going to take it straight downhill. And that's what it was.
And when he did it, I just shook my head. While I stood on the sideline, shook my head. And I was like, when he got past the linebacker, I was like, he gone.
Right.
James is a big load,
and
to stop him like that.
Yeah.
Once he got going downhill, he was hard to stop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that's the thing about the Iron Bowl. Everybody plays hard, and I can tell you, when you get back then, Auburn had a lot of strong running backs, and if you gonna make a tackle on one of them, you better bring it off.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. Once he got going, because we had him bottled up. Most of the game.
Right.
And then when he got that, he was gone. Yeah, everybody came and found me because I was crying after that game because I didn't want to lose that game.
Right.
I cried after that because I was like, man, I ain't come all the way over here to lose to these folks. They ain't want to give me a scholarship. I ain't come up here to lose to these folks.
I love it. You said you crying after the game. I didn't know that athletes still, at that level, still shed tears after a loss.
No, when it means a lot to you.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And it's not that you don't believe that you could lose. It just means that one game meant so much to me that I did not want to lose that game.
Yeah, right. That says a lot more about you than because that was really my
Willie,
gist of my question.
I want to fast forward Willie what he just said when Shannon run out there and told him to get off. What? He ran off the field. What Coach Stallings done this year at Vandy when they took Malachi Moore, tried to get him off the field. He told him he wasn't coming off the field. I wonder what Coach Stallings would have done to that guy.
Oh, bro, you wouldn't have had none of that. Oh, no. Ain't no you saying no.
Different time. Man.
Oh, no. When you, but it says how much the game has changed.
Yeah.
Right. Because as a player, when a coach send somebody in for you, I'm telling you, everybody in our area didn't have the kahunas to tell a coach, hey, I'm not coming off the field. Yeah. Nah, because you knew if you didn't and you wasted the time out,
right,
you gonna pay for that next week, whether you had a game or not.
Right. And I'm gonna say this: you wouldn't have done it if Coach Saban was there.
No,
absolutely not.
No. Would not have done it.
Absolutely not. I think he knew that.
That might have been.
I tell people, and everybody say, well, he should have been reprimanded. Yes, he should have been reprimanded. But the thing is, in this generation, they feel like they have a say in everything.
Yeah.
They feel like, hey, if I don't want to come off, I ain't got to come off. But that's a selfish mentality. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that he is a selfish player. He just became selfish at that moment.
Yeah.
And I tell people, you have to understand when a player is out there playing and their emotions running high. I tell people, football is a game of high emotion. It's a high emotion game.
Right.
And every play matters. And so you get to a point to where you're not accustomed to losing, and then you get in a spot where you're losing. Everybody say, well, why couldn't he just went off the field gracefully? Because he did not want to lose, and he felt like if he wasn't on the field, he was going to lose.
Right.
Yeah.
And I say you have to look at it from so many different ways, but to go back to what we were saying earlier, if Coach Saban was there, Coach Stahl, oh, no, you weren't going to do that one.
That's right.
That's the truth. Gentlemen, thank you so much for reminiscing with us today and joining our Iron Bowl, pre-Iron Bowl special. It's always great talking to you, Willie and Andy, and y'all stay in touch.
Roll Tide, Willie, by the way.
War Eagle, Andy.
Roll Tide, Willie.
I love you, though, Andy Fuller. I love you, though, man.
Hey, we love you, Andy.
We love you. Get them, hey.
You're my boy, Andy. I still can't give you the War Eagle, though.
We do that.
I give it to him. I give it to you all day, brother. Absolutely. Guys,
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We got to go. Thank you once again for talking to us.
Thank y'all for having us.
All right, sir.
Be safe, Willie, man. Be safe, Willie.
You too, man. You take care of yourself, bro.
All right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, what fun. And we ain't done yet. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
What is community? I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board Member Hadley Madison from East Limestone High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and to work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than that shirt printing place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi there, this is Kevin McLeod, former Auburn Tiger, former NFL running back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we have got, once again, special guest segment sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. Our second, what do you want to call this? Second round of the pre-Iron Bowl.
Yeah, there you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Chris Anderson, running back out of the Huntsville High School Panthers, also from the Alabama Crimson Tide, and Doug Bell, number 37, class of 92, Auburn Tigers. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you for letting us on.
Absolutely, man. What we like to do here, we're all relaxed. It's not a ESPN show, so we lay back and we laugh a little bit, and we love to hear your stories. So, who do we start off with last segment, Jay? Was it Andy or
Willie started?
Willie started. Okay, Willie started it last time, so we'll let Doug Bell, Auburn Tiger, War Eagle brother. What is some of your fond memories back then of the Iron Bowl?
Oh, well, after you contacted me, I went back and watched the highlights, and I just think about Pat Dye. I love Pat Dye. I grew up in Alabama with the Doug Barfield days, and so Pat Dye came along and put us on the map, I was a walk-on, he had a special affinity, I think, towards walk-ons. He kind of took me under his wing, let me play, and
really
gave me a chance. And so when I was watching the game, that's really, sad that we lost, and but more sad just watching it was Pat Dye's last game, and that's really what I remember is I remember him coming to our hotel. Well, he always came around to the hotel and gave us all quarter pounders from McDonald's, and I said, we're gonna win this one for you, Coach, and we didn't win. The other team won. Chris and his guys went on to win the national championship. But that's kind of one of the things that my biggest memory of just being a part of the moment when he announced the night before the game he was going to be retiring, and that was all sad for all of us. Kind of made us upset, but we wanted to win it for him. But that's kind of what I think about when I think about that game, and that's punting all night. So
yeah. Now, Doug, were you there? I'm trying to count the years. The first time ever, the Iron Bowl in '89.
I was not. I transferred. I played in the Carson Newman in Tennessee, and then transferred. So I had a year of just practice where I was ineligible, and I had 2 years of eligibility left. So I missed the year in the first year in Auburn by a year. So I wasn't there.
Okay. I remember that '92 game though. That's the one Auburn come out in the second half. The game was relatively close.
Yeah.
And
Pick six.
Through
Antonio
Langham, he's been on the show before, and after that, my and I was all upset, tore up. I'm mad. My dad goes, did you not see that drive in that second half with those? He called them the babies, with those babies that's on the field. He said there's a lot of youth on that field. Then he said the boys are going to be just fine in the next few years, and then turned out that was true.
So, Chris,
that was true.
Chris, that was your first Iron Bowl, right?
No. My first one was 9th.
Okay. But I remember that Iron Bowl was on Thanksgiving, I think. Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those were some days where it was.
It was on Thanksgiving. I remember that now.
Yeah, well, football was football. You get knocked out going across the middle. You can't do that.
I think you can blame.
They wouldn't let me play these days.
Who was the Auburn guy that hit that Georgia receiver? Lord, I remember the play, but I think that's the reason a lot of those rules happened was after that one.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing with the concussions and all that stuff, but they're still making it a little soft nowadays, I think, and they call too many targeting penalties, and guys just get hit hard. They think it's a penalty. No, they just hit them hard. That's what football is. It's part of the game, and we all signed up for it, and that's just part of it. But my fondest memory of Auburn is definitely in '93. We were in Auburn, going down the left-hand side. I had one guy make a block, and I dodged the guy. I got in the end zone. They were throwing cups at me in the end zone. And I would take that game back, that touchdown back for a W, because that's the only game we lost to Auburn when I was in school. But the memories are still fond, and now I still love the game, and I'm a big fan. I got season tickets. I go to all the home games and try to go to 1 or 2 away games every year. So
awesome! It's
a tradition, and I'll tell you, these guys today have a chip on the shoulders now. But I mean, losing 0-2 in Tennessee is just ridiculous. But hey, we don't have to play anybody else in Tennessee right now, so we think we're good for the next few weeks.
I think you're still paying property tax up there, right?
Yeah, we are actually. We don't know that's the whole thing. It took 40 years in Bandy, and we go to Knoxville and lay an egg, but we had that opportunity to win the game. We just didn't do what we needed to do. But I think the board is doing a heck of a job, and this team is coming together. They got the good leadership, and I think we got the right guys in place to do what we need to do. All we got to do is win football games. Is win that one game at a time. Yeah. And so we got to look at it game at a time. That's the same thing Coach Stallings preached. I think the board's doing the same thing, and that's what same thing Saban did. I don't think all coaches should try to do that, but these guys nowadays have too many distractions, and it's just a lot of other stuff going on, and we have to get some guardrails on this thing, this transfer portal thing, and it's just the NIL's great. I love that part of it, but the transfer portal's got to be fixed. So, but anyway, Auburn, Bama next week. It's going to be classic. I mean, it always is. Throw the records out the window. That's right.
Guys, maybe if they played in LSU, we could have the 6:30 game. Alabama, Auburn, and LSU. Unbelievable, man.
I'm just glad it's back on ABC again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, I like late games. I mean, if we could play every game at 6:30, I'd rather do that. As long as they ain't 11 o'clock in the morning, that's stuff. We played that. I could believe when I was in school, we played a lot of our games at 11. That's because we didn't have lights until '95 in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that's true.
In Birmingham, that's why we played most of our home games. Well, half our home games there, because they had lights. We wanted to play at night. We had to play in Birmingham. So. But we got it now. There's just no more 11 a.m. kicks for me, man. This is rough.
Doug, what was your impression of playing in Birmingham? I mean, as an Auburn Tiger, you got a couple Iron Bowls in there, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, had 2. Yes, sir. 91 and 92. We lost both of them, unfortunately. But no, it was you ask about fond memories. It was just cool. I grew up going to the Iron Bowl games. I grew up Auburn fan all the way. I always say the first 2 songs I learned were Jesus Loves Me and War Eagle. Not sure which order, but and so that was I grew up going to the Iron Bowls to watch them. You'd be able to play out there, and I tell you one cool experience I had was growing up in my household, Pat Sullivan was a hero, and so there I am about to go out on the field and play, and my wife laughed when I said this. Pat Sullivan decided to use me as resting arms, to put his arm on my shoulder. I'm like, this is cool. Here I am about to play in the Iron Bowl, and here I got Pat Sullivan right beside me, putting his arm, And so I thought that was a cool experience, just to be around the Auburn tradition, and the Iron Bowl tradition was a great highlight to be a part of.
Now, Doug, did y'all have any inkling about Coach Dye retiring during the week or weeks past?
No, not really. I remember one of our players, I don't name a name, got mad and threw a chair. So I don't think there's. And we were upset. We're all upset because nobody, everybody loved Coach Dye. I mean, I just. He was just I was able to have the fortune to spend some time with him out of the storm and stuff like that. But then just working around him some, and And so he was just a, lovable guy. And so everybody loved him, still does. And there's a reason Phil's named after him, and so, but, I'm not aware of anybody that foresaw that. And so it was kind of a shock to us when we heard it the night before the game on Friday night.
Was it James Wilson through that chair?
And I think I got the guy. I had it a minute ago. The guy's name was on by tip of my tongue, and I just forgot it. What was his name? Randy. He was Randy. Forgot his name. But anyway, yeah, he was upset. We're all upset. It was how it kind of all went down and what happened.
Right.
So yeah, that was.
I hear you. Well, I'd just say James Wilson. Me and him played against each other in high school, and he went to Johnson. I was at Huntsville. We had some good battles there on the field. He's a dang good competitor and good friend. So.
Well, y'all are totally different than Willie and
Andy.
Yeah, they were talking trash and.
Yeah. No, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk trash to Chris. We spent a week in Black Mountain, North Carolina together before the summer before doing FCA. Working with kids there, so I remember that. So that was cool to be play against them and shake his hand after the game and remember that hey, we were together, we were a teammate. We're opponents here, but we were teammates up at Black Mountain working with young people. So
yes,
that was a good experience.
That's good.
Yeah, then Tony London went up there with us that week also.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, Doug, you said you were a transfer, and I was going to ask Willie and Andy this, but what was your each one of you, your recruiting process? How did that go?
Well, I wasn't recruited. I kind of recruited. I was a walk-on transfer, so I recruited myself. But they welcomed me and gave me a shot to play. I played on all the special teams for 2 years, part of one thing I'm proud of in our junior year, we blocked. We had other couple of walk-ons, named Chris Jones and Chad Muhlenberg. We blocked for Thomas Bailey. He set the all-time SEC punt return record that stood for several years and many years in the SEC. And I said it's because he had three guys that cared. The walk-ons we really cared about. We were proud to do it and did our job well. And so when I watch him, see the record went up there, I think that's because he had three walk-ons that cared and had a heart and really wanted to do their job to make it work. So.
Yeah, Thomas was good. I remember him. He's
yeah.
You never knew what was going to happen, but you knew it was going to be good when when the other team punted, to put it that way.
Return. Yes, sir.
Well, how did you end up at Carson Newman?
Good question.
Well, just I have an interesting, different story. At high school, I was all-state defensive back and had some smaller scholarship opportunities, but I decided to I actually ended up playing tennis my freshman year at junior college down there, and then I always said I get bad at other person and I'm wanting to go beat them up, so I better get back to football. I was frustrated with tennis, so I just so I went up to and played a year, and they actually won a national championship at Carson Newman, but decided I just had I don't know if you call it calling or whatever to go back and play at Auburn, but I'm not sure really the answer to that question. Just it was a good program. Ken Sparks was a wonderful coach and won a lot of NAIA national championships there, and was a good program. But just wanted to go back to my home state of Alabama and play Auburn, and my dad really loved that, so I was glad I was able to make him proud by doing that.
And your recruitment, Chris?
I was being recruited by Bill Curry, Walter Lewis. With Walter Lewis, playing around the QB from back in the day, and everything looked good and fun from the outside, but I knew some guys that were on the inside at the time, and it wasn't all fun and games. They won a lot of games, but Curry could not beat Auburn. One. And so when he left, they got next. I guess he just left, went to Kentucky. Coach Stallings came in with Coach Kirksey, and it was. I mean, I'm a Bama fan for life. And Auburn recruited me a little bit, but I could have gone anywhere in the nation as far as track goes and football. But my love was baseball and football, so they said I could play both at Bama. And when Coach Stallings and Coach Chris came in, it was all over. And it's like, hands down, I'm done. I went out to Nebraska with and they were in their heyday back then with what's Coach's name? Can't remember his name right now. Osborne.
Osborne, yeah, Tom Osborne.
They probably had the best facilities, around. But when I got off the plane, it was snowing. I said, this ain't the place for me.
That's funny. That's a funny story.
My dad came to every single game that I played in and never missed one. And that was one of the things that I love, and that my parents all been supportive of me. But them being there, and Coach Kurtz and Coach Stallings, being the men that they are, it's made the decision so much easier than went in, and the rest is history. The guys, we all lived in the dorm, man, and that's the difference in these kids nowadays. We ate together, slept together, did everything together. There wasn't those splitting up guys halfway across campus. We were all in Bryant Hall, and it was a family. So we still have that love for each other today. There's guys on this team that we hang out almost every weekend. Game days, and either here in Huntsville or in Tuscaloosa, or if we go on the road. So it's just one of those things that you grow up living in it, and then you become a fan, and you just love to keep the tradition going, and let these young guys know, hey, this is a lifetime decision you're making, man. A lot of these guys are doing the transfer for them, and I get it. You want to try to make. I don't know if these numbers are real. These guys making $5 million, $10 million. I don't think anybody's making that kind of money. There's no way. But they promised that, and I think that's what the problem is. And we need to get, like I said, guardrails on all this NIL. Everybody needs to be the same across the board, the collective, all this stuff. And there's so much that they do today that we didn't have to. If I'm gonna sue now. We need to sue for
back pay.
Yeah, back pay. But like I said, it's been fun, and hey, I'm a Bama fan for life, and it's the Iron Bowl, and we're gonna look forward to watching the game.
Hey, Chris, I want to ask you this, man, since you were a really good running back at Alabama. During this Coach Saban era up to now, man, who's the guy you love to watch? The one that of all the guys we had, a lot of them's in the NFL now, but who's the dude that you'd pay money to go see him play in the NFL right now? Alabama running back. Who would you pick?
Derrick Henry. That dude's so big and so fast and so strong. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not gonna run you over and run around you, but he can do both. I'm gonna try to make you miss, and put my foot in the ground. I'm going 100 miles an hour north to south. He can do the same thing, but he can. It's unbelievable the things he does, man. Size he is, stiff arms, and it's just he is a total running back. He can catch the ball in the backfield. They don't use him enough for that. I think they should use him more doing that, because I was one of my deals. I get on third down. I'm gonna be that third down back coming out of the backfield and catching passes. So it's just, he is an amazing running back. But we have so many that's come through. Hell, I like Jacobs. I like definitely Sean back in the day. He was right after me. Alexander. It's the tradition keeps going, and then these guys we got today, those guys get down here. We got to run with them more. I don't think we run with them more, but we got so many weapons that we're finding our identity. Running the ball is number one, what we should be doing, and then getting it to Williams, getting it to number one. I can't remember his name right now. Brain fart.
Law.
Kendrick Law.
Kendrick Law.
A lot of play action. I think we ought to do more of that. But and running with Jalen's good, but running with these running backs is where we need to hang our hat and let those guys get 15 carries each, and then mix it up around everything else, because I think these guys run block better than they pass block. So,
Chris, you got me fired up, dude. You watch the games like I watch the games. I just wish we could go back to when me and you were in the nightlife in Huntsville, and I could come over and see you more often. Good Lord, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Done got too old for that.
Anytime you want to come up, I'm here, man.
Awesome.
Danny, what do you think? What do you think about the future? You gonna say something, Jay?
You call him Danny? It's Doug.
Doug. I'm sorry, sorry, Doug. I didn't have my darn reading glasses on, and
that's all right.
Slept last night. Like everybody sees what's going on down at Auburn right now. What's your take on the whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, how many coaches can you go through? So we gotta, and so before people stop coming, and so it's frustrating for us, but I mean, give Freeze a chance to give him some time, and he's obviously a great recruiter, knows how to work the system and all that. But I think if we don't give coaches a little more breathing room, then nobody's going to come to Auburn to coach, and so that's the reality that we have to just give them some time, and I think we'll be all right.
So you guys don't want Harsin back?
No, I'd let Harsin is being paid well to do whatever he is, and whatever they're paying him to do, whatever he is fine with me. But no, I'm in agreement. Coach Freeze keeps stacking top 10 classes. Everything will be just fine. That's my opinion. So I'm like you. Leave him alone. Let the man recruit, and then we'll.
I think so. I'm still wondering how in the world, because I played with Patrick and knew him and personally well, and so I keep up with Bo a lot. How in the world we lose Bo Nick? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. How do you have a second runner-up Heisman Trophy? And we'll let that alone. But I just I love keeping up. I love keeping up with them in the pros.
I'm going to say this though, guys. It's a shame that both Alabama and Auburn lost in 1 year to freaking Vanderbilt.
Wow.
Like I say, we're talking about the Iron Bowl, man. Let that one go.
That's right. Let go.
We'll let that one go.
My bad, I digress.
Man.
No, Coach Nix coached at Scottsboro High School for a while when Bo was in the 8th grade. And Caleb, the youngest son, and my stepson played travel ball together. So they know the Nixes and know them well. And man, I was, am, is, and will continue to be a huge Bo Nix fan, along with Dez, the brother that's out there in Oregon this year as well. So yeah, but we didn't get any predictions from. We've got to get predictions here. So, Doug, we started the show with you. Chris, give us a prediction, man.
Well, I'm a little biased here, guys. This game's in Tuscaloosa, and we don't lose to Auburn in Tuscaloosa.
Long time. Been a long time, brother.
I'm going to say, 42-14.
Okay.
Whoa.
God, I love you, Chris.
Whoa.
Doug. I love you.
I have to remind Chris that Auburn is the third-rated rushing overall defense in the SEC, even though record doesn't show it. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to watch. Doug, what do you think, brother?
First of all, 42-14. All right, no, it's Auburn, Alabama. They didn't give us no more credit than that. The games we lost have been close. Okay, so we had most of them, and we've had some tough ones that were, and so. I don't care where it is. It's Auburn, Alabama. Everything for the rest of the season is off. It's so. I'm just going to say this prediction. I believe the Tigers are certainly capable of going in there and beating them even at Bryant-Denny. So let's just say that.
All right.
Certainly say that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I love people that every time I wear my if I wear my Auburn. Got one on the day, and roll tide. So talk to me in a couple of weeks, and then we'll come back and talk. So we'll see what Auburn does. They can make or break the season in that one game.
Yeah. Well, I can go back to 2 plays, and 2 plays, not 2 series, 2 plays, and Auburn's bowl eligible. The missed pick 6 against California, where the kid dropped the ball in the end zone, and the pick 6 as Peyton Thorne is driving against Oklahoma. Both of them. Those 2 plays, and Auburn has 2 more wins. But, hey, that's just me. I'm the Aubie. I'm the homer, so, go figure. I just hope, to be honest with you, to be both Doug and Chris, I just hope it's a good competitive game. Shut up,
I don't want it to be. But here's the deal. Chris, tell these guys tell these guys, Chris, that the Kansas City Chiefs would have had trouble playing in Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yeah.
It's loud and it's, I'm not going to say obnoxious. I'm not gonna use
we're
the
not
word
obnoxious.
at
We're not
all.
obnoxious.
But
we don't do that. What's that? The Tennessee Byway, Dixieland Delight. Yeah, we don't sing that.
Yeah. There's some trying to copy us, but there it goes.
We sing that and Rammer Jammer, baby. So it's
nothing is as bad as Sweet Caroline when West Virginia and Pittsburgh played. Have y'all ever heard that one?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what it is, but just go look at it sometimes when they're playing in West Virginia.
There's nothing like it, guys. Alabama, Auburn.
I love it.
Close.
Nothing
Nothing close.
Nothing at all. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate it, guys.
Best of
Thank
luck.
you. Enjoyed being on it.
And we thank you so much for joining us. And come hang out with us sometime up here at Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Chris, roll tide.
Roll tide, Chris.
Roll tide. I mean, War Eagle.
Tom, love you,
War
sir.
Eagle,
brother.
I get mine in.
There you go. All right, that's awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you so much,
thanks,
gentlemen, for
man.
a wonderful morning, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roof, and they got the whole.
I want
one more break, and then we coming back. No, this is it.
That sound bite of Tom saying "Roll Tide, Jay."
Yeah.
You heard him.
Yeah. I've said it before.
What?
You give me that.
Said what?
I've said that RT word
Is the show over?
Huh?
It went by that fast?
It's gone by that fast.
Good,
man.
great.
Absolutely. Hey, on behalf of producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, Tojo J. Vassar, the coach Clint Legg, also known as Mayhem from Allstate, I'm Tom McClung, old Time Cat. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Love you, mean it.
Roadside.
While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS+. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.